crazy. When you said when they landed on the soil, because it's a land on land, you come down and about 30 feet off the ground and fire the record line to slow it down. But you only got one shoe, something really hit, bounced, rolled, bounced again, side bounced. It's like coming from a thing. Our system is great.
All right, thank you for coming out in the cold weather today and being here in person, and those of you on the phone. We're going to go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. All right. Yes. All right. Tiffany, Epperson Forum.
Okay. I'm going to call attendance. Maureen Walsh.
Here.
Don Harmon.
Here.
Barry Gardner.
Here.
Bill Hines.
Here.
Chris May.
Here.
Sherry Russell.
Here.
And Charles Sweeney.
Here.
And myself. We have a forum. Should I just go on? Okay, so October meeting minutes. I'd like to make a motion to approve the October meeting minutes. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
That's done. All right, Don, if you could do the treasurer's report.
All right. Revenue is payable for the year by $195,000. We're a little bit behind on assessment collection. This time last year we had 92%, and this year we've only got so far 90%. But the revenue is good because the rental processing fees, citations, fines are all over budget. So revenue is good. Maintenance and grounds normally don't make any money, but Carroll County Water gave us $19,000 for repair of where they dig up the water line. So they, that helps them. Restoration was good this year. The golf shop is $50,000 due to increased memberships and green fees. Cost of sales still go over budget slightly, but that's because we sell more than what we budgeted to sell. Payroll is good on all fronts other than it's run a little high on golf operations, and operating expenses are all favorable, other than golf maintenance, which is a little over. And capital gains was with the fire department. We spent 50-something thousand on turnout gear and radios, but that's because we got a grant. So we had to contribute money till we get the grant money back. Other than that, I don't really have anything. Do I have any questions?
Okay. All right, thank you. I want to give you a quick update. I wanted to inform you that we've been notified by GFL, which is our current trash provider, that they will no longer be servicing for trash and recycling as of March 30th, 2023. This will be their last day of pickup. They will begin collecting the containers March 30th through April 2nd. So in preparation for this change, the association has been looking and bidding this service out. And once we select a new provider, the board will make the residents and keep them informed so we can make this transition as smooth as we can. We also are putting this information this month in the Plantation Press, exactly what I'm sharing today. And we've got a lot of questions from the residents on why they can't choose their own service. And the association contracts for this service for one provider for several reasons. One is cost. We're able to contract a rate for one provider that the residents receive the best rate that they can, and it's also a long-term rate. So because we've got so many homes contracted for this rate for a long-term deal, we're able to get a pretty good rate. It also, in addition, we also face the association on the dumpsters in turn, which also helps save the residents money. Another reason that the service is contracted to one supplier is really the aesthetics. So we have one day that the trash is out. We've got one day that, you know, throughout the community, there's 1,840 single family homes. And if they have different pickup days, you'd have trash all over, different days being out. It just looks better to have one consistent day, one day that the trash trucks are coming through the neighborhood. And in addition, we want to be able to try to hold one company responsible for this. And if there is damage on the property, and we at least know who's done that damage versus if we had multiple providers coming through. It's just a little bit more consistency coming through the neighborhood. So just wanted to share that update. And again, this will be an ongoing thing that we'll be keeping you informed on. Okay.
When will they be, they'll continue till March?
3/31.
Okay, so there's no stoppage or, okay.
So they've given us, you know, a good couple months notice that we're able to quickly try to react to. All right, so next up is the operations report from Allison.
Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay. So this year has seemingly flown by, and it's truly hard to believe this week is Thanksgiving. Since there's always such a buzz with everyone getting ready for the holidays in December, as in years past, we will not have an open POA meeting next month. During this holiday season, the POA office will be closed on the following dates. We're going to be closed this Thursday and Friday, the 24th and 25th for Thanksgiving. We're also going to be closed Monday, December 26th for Christmas, and Monday, January 2nd in observation of New Year's. The pro shop will be closing on Thanksgiving Day at 10 a.m. with all carts back in by 2:30 p.m. And of course, we'll be closed on Christmas Day, but regular operating hours all other holiday days. Just a reminder that the POA office is collecting new and unwrapped toys from Toys for Tots again this year. Usually by now we have a full box and it's overflowing from the generosity of the Fairfield residents. But this year we currently only have 2 donations. Time is running out to get your donations in. Please ASAP. It's because Toys for Tots will be picking up the donation box on December 1st. So as of right now, I think when I looked, there was 2 toys in there, and normally we get 2 boxes. So just a reminder on that. And another reminder is that the winter holidays always bring additional traffic to Fairfield with numerous gatherings and holiday parties. Please remind all of your guests and visitors that our speed limit and the stop signs are strictly enforced. As a resident, you're responsible for anyone that's called into the gate and any unpaid citation the guest receives. On that same note, it's a good time to remind everyone to watch your speed, stop for stop signs, and make sure that you're maintaining your lane. Parents, please remind your driving teams to do the same. During the holiday breaks, children will be out of school and out to play, especially after Santa comes to visit them. So on behalf of the POA staff and board of directors, I want to wish everyone a safe and very happy holiday season.
All right, thank you, Allison. Moving on to new business. The first thing we want to address is early golf cart fleet delivery. We want to make a motion to have the addition of 10 new golf carts come early. So do I have a motion to approve an early delivery?
I'll make a motion we approve for the delivery of golf carts.
Okay. I'll second. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Next up is the reserve study. I think Charles might just give a little background on what this is.
It's been recommended by the board and the strategic planning committee to engage in a third-party group to complete a reserve study for the community. The reserve study is a long-term, long-range capital planning tool that will help the board and the management team care for repairs and replacement of our community's assets. The study is completed by a multidisciplinary team of engineers over several weeks. They conduct an in-depth analysis of our community's physical conditions and a thorough review of our reserves. The study, the results of the studies will prioritize the capital needs over a 30-year period, as well as produce an estimated funds needed for the community over that same period of time. The study, along with the input from our committees, board, and management team, will help guide us each year to ensure a long-term view of the community's needs. After getting numerous estimates from several firms, I would like to propose a motion to approve the cost of the study at $25,750, with half of that cost needed now and half of it be paid in May 1st upon delivery of the report. The study would be completed by reserve advisors. Do I have a motion?
I'll second it. You get
Yes, I motion.
You made a motion.
Okay.
I'll
All in
second it.
favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Next up is the PCC committee vote, and this is something that is part of our rules and DLR. Is one committee that is approved by the board, and it's an annual approval process. So this is just formalizing the approval. So there's two board members. Sherry is the head of it, and Charles is the board liaison. The committee members are Jackie Coughlin, Jim Hannon, Bill Knight, Sherry Palermo, and Floyd Weaver. We have a motion to approve the PCC committee.
I make the motion that we approve the PCC committee.
I second.
All in favor? Any opposed? And the motion carries. Next up is the pool contract, and Tiffany's gonna give you a little bit of an update on this. Once I get it on my call.
Once you give me the microphone. Okay. Every year, well, it's sometimes we sign like a 2 or 3 year lease with our pool committee. So this year we're signing a contract with American Pools. So every year the board has to make decisions on the best way to utilize our resources. And we listen to suggestions through conversations, emails, and also social media, things that we hear on social media. And this year we have made a change to the rec area in regards to the pools and the beach. Once school starts back, there's a large decrease in attendance in all rec areas. And over the years, it used to be that we didn't open the pools until Labor Day weekend, and then it would go our Memorial Day weekend, and then go all the way to Labor Day weekend. But then there was pressure, is the nicest way, pressure to open it up earlier during spring break and stuff like that, and we did. And that is utilized pretty well by everybody. But what hasn't been utilized is after Labor Day. So that's where you're going to see some of the change. The country club pool will be available starting spring break until October 1st, just like normal. The biggest change is when school starts back. The rec will go to weekends only, and starting August 2nd and after Labor Day, the beach will go to weekends only, starting 9/9. So the beach is only going to be open on the weekends in September, and the pool, the country club pool, will be open the entire time. And then, of course, the rec will close after Labor Day, like it always does. Things will be posted, and you'll see it in social media as well as email blasts to remind you when it's closer to the season. So hopefully it'll be okay. Right. Oh, so I'd like to make a motion to approve the American Pool contracts for the 2023 operating season in an amount of $140,400. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
So there's a first and a second, and
any opposed? All right. I didn't say all in favor, but all in favor. All right, next moving on to lot management. We have a deed back request for 6189 Bellamy Drive. Do I have a motion to approve the deed back to the association?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, so second.
And I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. And so, well, it's not a formal committee report time. Just want to check if there's any updates we want to give. I think Barry had one.
I've got one. This one.
No, yeah, sure.
Yep. Oh.
Hello, there you go. Okay, yeah, I've got one on document management. The last meeting, I said we were going to have a meeting of the document management committee. We in fact did meet, and what we did was look at our strategy for putting the association into the Georgia Homeowners Association Act. We're looking at it. We're going to get input from our two attorneys, both the in-house attorney and George Nowak, who is a permanent HOA attorney in the state. With their input and our review, we're going to look at the pros and cons of going under the HOA Act. One of the pros would be we would be able to put a rental cap on the number of rental units here in Fairfield. So that's a pro. There may be some other administrative cons. So we're going to look at both. We did this once before, but we're going to go back through that again and come up with a package that we can then present to the community to show you why we should, and I believe we should, go under the HOA Act because it gives us a lot more power as a community and as a board to effectively manage Fairfield. So this will in fact be a change to our document, our DOR, for us to go under the Act. So you'll be seeing that sometime next year, but the committee's working on it now, and we'll keep you informed as we move along.
Okay. Any other committee updates? All right. Then I'll move to the meeting adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
One second. The meeting's adjourned, and now we'll go into the open forum. Again, it's a 2-minute update. First up is Les. Okay.
Well, it's not so empty here. I might as well somebody talk.
Yeah.
You want?
I've got a question. I have a suggestion and a question. And it has to do, I hear rumors all the time about saying, oh, they're speeding, they're making noise and all that kind of stuff. And we have accidents and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I have yet to see a photograph of an accident on any of the fax blasts or the Plantation Press. And visual is reality. I mean, I'll drive by and I'll see an all bent up guardrail. What happened? I don't know. Nobody knows about it. So if you really want to slow something down, if there's a concern about speeding here or accidents, why publish it? Is there any reason you can't? I wouldn't put the names out there. I have no reason to have the names out there. But showing that car all bent to hell next to a tree, I think would be a good reminder for people.
We haven't had anything major. It's been a year or so since we've had a major accident, something that would, you know.
Then we don't have a speeding problem.
Well, we did a study, it's not as bad as some people think it is, so. But we did do a study all over the neighborhood, checking speed and the amount of traffic and everything.
And the community patrol spends a great deal of time in discussion and examining records from other local subdivisions as well.
I stop at the stop signs, and every time I'm their way, everybody else is stopping at the stop signs, so I'm not sure who the problem is and so forth. But I keep hearing people saying, oh, you gotta slow it down, you gotta change the speed limit to 20 miles an hour, it will make a difference. So anyway.
We get a lot of complaints,
Okay.
so I don't
If
put
you
it out
can,
there.
if you can put a photograph, now, whose photograph can be published? I mean, they take photographs, right? And they just.
I think that's good.
Back
That
side.
was- We'll just have a lot of make sure there's no,
I want you to make sure.
legally.
I'm an advocate of Mason.
That's not a bad idea, just give it, you know, the next time we have something major, it makes more.
Thank you, Les. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. Well, thanks for coming out in this cold weather. Thank you. Thank you.